Rono was traveling abroad. When he came back, after a day or so, he got some symptoms, slightly feverish and a cough. So we decided to do the quarantine together.
Donna doesn't have the symptoms, thankfully. But, since we live together and we're in very close proximity all the time, it's always better safe than sorry.
So it's a completely new situation. It's so weird to not be able to run out for some errands, go cycling like we love to do together. Laundry, it's piling up. And the thought only now to go to the laundromat. Do I want to go to a laundromat? It's a very new, very weird situation, I think, for all of us.
The feeling of helplessness is never a good one. We always want to picture ourselves as capable and active people, in control of our own destinies and everything. You find yourself in a self-made prison, basically.
Being in isolation like this, it really makes you think a lot, doesn't it? It really slows down the time. And after a few days, you stop worrying about yourself. You just get used to the situation.
But at the same time, you to see how it affects us as a species or, as a society. What is it going to do to humanity? How far is it going to go? Will it destroy us? How many of us will be left? Is the virus going to evolve? And how dangerous it will be in the end? Positive questions would be, how is it going to reshape the way we think about being human?
Well, it definitely taught me something about interdependency, how dependent we all are. If it wasn't for a social environment, we simply wouldn't survive. In America, you can fool yourself for a long time because everything, you can order everything, anything, and it gets delivered to your doorstep. But what if this continues? And what if the couriers of FedEx, UPS, what if they all get sick? If they have to close their doors? Or if the supplies, if we reach the end of the supplies? So even if I fool myself for now that the highest good is to be independent, self-sustaining, at some point I have to bend, and I will realize that I cannot do without others.
Yeah, this is one of the big revelations of this phenomenon. It's also teaching us that not just dependent on everyone else, but also responsible. So what does it mean when I choose to stay home when I'm not sure that I'm sick or not? Then I choose to stay in isolation so that I will not be an agent in spreading the virus. This is something that nature is very abundant in examples, responsible for everything else, for one another. I think one of the most graphical example of this is a wolf society. Wolves are organized around the alpha male and female. They're usually the ones that breed, and usually the most effective hunters. So when there is a hunt organized and they go out for food, then the alpha male and female are on the front lines. They leave their cubs behind, and the younger ones and the older ones stay behind and take care of the cubs. In case you have something happening to them, for example a bear, those left behind will defend them with their own lives.
So maybe it's not all bad. Maybe this pandemic is the beginning of something new, a new society where we relate differently towards each other, a society that is based on interdependency and mutual responsibility.
Yeah, those two things in combination have a different they have a different look. Interdependent means that sometimes you feel like you're subjugated to someone else, and it's a negative. But when it's also being responsible, then you understand that each one within the society depends on the entire society. And so the input that one has directly benefits a society when done with the right intention.
Will we grow? Are we growing now towards such a society? Time will tell. But for sure, nature is inviting us to upgrade our software.
The laws of nature are actually made so that the society that we build following them is greater and a better nurturing environment for everyone.
So are we ready for this software upgrade of humanity? What do you think?
Join the conversation, like, share, and don't forget to leave your comments.
And please be healthy.